Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 442 podcast. I'm Azar Madani, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Tommy Sondy.
That's me.
And the accepting Tony O.
Morning, boys. Is it always wonderful you say for Tommy?
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
wonderful.
Honestly,
And nothing else.
I just zoned that part out.
100 and whatever,
There you go.
20-something episodes in,
Yeah,
Tony has finally realized what I say in the intro.
I'm usually asleep in the morning, if you can't tell. So, yeah, we don't often get to record this late. But, yeah. Well,
how dare you question? Always wonderful. Come on.
Yeah,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on.
I'm not
How would he be
questioning.
anything
I'm just,
else?
finally paying attention. That's all. But,
There has been a couple of times when Tommy's away when I've just called him the absent Tommy Sondy, which...
Well, he should still.
Whenever he's here.
Wonderful even
Whenever
on the
he's
way.
here. It's just
Come
wonderful.
Come on. You know what's
Wonderful.
not wonderful? Or you know what is wonderful? None of us have won the Premier League title. We don't have to have Tony on ours right now. So, it is.
I had a whole thing
It's just
planned.
City.
You boys
Yeah,
are
I
lucky,
bet you
man.
did.
I had a
I bet
whole
you
thing
did.
planned. Yeah, if I had to put it away for another year. Yeah.
Kind of curious to know what this is.
I had a trophy. I had a costume and everything. Yeah, we'll have to
Probably
wait.
a new
Hang
song
on,
for
tell
us.
me more about this costume.
No, I can't. I cannot. Yeah.
In my head, you've dressed up as Gunnersaurus for the pod.
No, nothing that elaborate. Just dressed up as no. I'll save it for next year when we actually
We may
win
not
the
ever
thing.
see this.
We may not. Yeah, we may never see it. So.
Because we're in the Farmers League, where only one team
Oh,
always
yeah,
wins.
yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
We already know. It doesn't matter. It's inevitable. Just like how, Sonny always wins our FPL leagues. City always wins the Premier League.
Mhm.
Nothing changes.
Yeah.
What can we say? We're the Farmers.
Every
Yeah.
every pep league is a farmers league. That's what we're learning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, let's get it out of the way. Man City win the Premier League title after beating West Ham 3-1 at the Etihad.
Thanks for trying.
I was watching this with my buddy Alex, who is a City fan. I was lured in by the offer of free breakfast, which will,
That's
frankly,
how they get you.
get me to do a lot of things.
I don't
Someone
think
makes
I
me a
could
breakfast
ever.
sandwich.
Nah, I don't
Someone
think
gives
so.
me a breakfast sandwich.
Your standards are low in United fans. I'm seeing United fans with half and half shirts, man. What's going on with you guys?
Oh, hang on. Who are these?
I don't know.
Who are you
United
seeing in half
fans.
and half shirts?
Like a,
Who are you seeing in
a
half and
City
half shirts?
United. I'm like,
But-
what? A City United.
No, fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I still wanted Arsenal to win this over City, but But yeah, so the worst. I was talking to him before the game. I was like, the worst thing that could happen for everyone's enjoyment of the day is for City to go 2-0 up within 20 minutes. And what happens? City 2-0 up within 20 minutes. Phil Foden, I believe he's now officially the player of the season.
Yeah.
Getting both of them. I mean, the first one was just
Cracker. Yeah.
It's
Great.
becoming a trademark for Phil Foden. Yeah, he's scored a few of those this season. Yeah, it's taken a big step, I think. In the past 2 or 3 months, he's really, maybe even 4 or 5. It's really
When
gone on to
KDB was
become.
out for a while, right?
For sure, when
So
KDB was out.
Yeah.
But even since he's come back, like KDB's not been as influential. He's been good, don't get me wrong. But it definitely feels like a bit of the passing of the torch towards Phil Foden. Challenge is going to be every season, can he do this? But yeah, very fitting that he was the one that got the goals for City.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm actually glad it was settled for most of the first 90 seconds. He scores that goal. Oh, yeah, it's over. That's it. You don't need to watch anymore. You don't have to worry about anything. You just sit back.
I mean, it was
City's
over.
got it.
It was over after the first 10 minutes of that City Spurs game. I could not believe what I was watching. But yeah. I don't know how.
save your Spurs talk.
Yeah,
save
yeah,
your
that's
Spurs
right.
talk.
Yeah,
You'll get your
that's-
chance.
That's coming. A bunch of fucking idiots. But yeah. Anyway.
Maybe he's a little angry. He's a little bit
He's
angry.
a little
He's
bit
got
No.
something
angry.
there.
Little bit angry.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
not
a
really,
little
I don't know
bit.
if the word is angry. I'm just, I'm looking at another manager. Anyway, we'll talk about Spurs later. It's just, yeah, they've really embarrassed themselves this week. But hey, it is what it is. We'll come to that. Yeah, City. I mean, Rodri had to get in on the act. There was no way he wasn't gonna take a chance to piss on our parade. So
it's not a deciding game without a Rodri goal. I'm fully expecting Rodri to score in the FA Cup final next weekend as well.
First goal.
Probably get the winner.
Yeah.
His
first goal,
or if it's like if it's kind of like a cagey kind of 1-1 around like the 60-minute mark, just happens to be like similar to how the game in the league was, where it was 1-1 for like a long bit. I fully expect Rodri to pop up with the goal that gives him the lead.
It was 1-1 for a long bit in the league game. I can't remember. What was the score of that game? 3-1.
3-1 in the end.
Okay, that's the one that Rashford smashed it in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Tommy, you remember that one? I was sitting next to you for the entire thing, and you wouldn't shut the fuck up.
That was inevitable. Even when it was 1-1, it was like you knew.
Yeah.
You knew what was happening.
I think United scored first in that game, didn't they?
We did.
Rashford, right? Rashford banger, I think, right?
Yeah. It was a banger.
Yeah. Then Foden with a banger to equalise outside the box. Like you said, becoming a trademark for him. Mm-hmm. Speaking of bangers, Mohamed Kudus.
Oh, yeah.
With just fantastic goal, popping the ball up to himself to bike it in to, at least give people something interesting.
Yeah, he was true to his word. He said he was going to try his best to, win the title for his Ghana teammate. Declan Rice needs to have a chat with the rest of his West Ham boys, because none of them turned up. They did nothing. I think they had like 2-3 shots.
Kudus was the only one
that
looked like he was going to do anything.
He's the only one trying, yeah. He was running at players. I think it was one where he took on like 5 players and still didn't think. I don't know what he's doing there, but yeah. Anyway,
they'll have that was Moyes' last game as well for West Ham, so they'll have a new manager, which I think was already announced, right?
Is Julien Lopetegui?
Yeah, Lopetegui. Yeah, that's right. So we'll see.
Underwhelming. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's good.
Very underwhelming.
Yeah,
it's very underwhelming indeed.
Doesn't feel like it fits, but we'll see. We could be surprised. Yeah.
We'll see. Who's still at West Ham? Will they keep Paqueta? Will they keep Bowen? We'll see.
Bowen's not going anywhere.
I don't think Bowen's going anywhere.
Bowen's going anywhere?
Where would he go?
Now, who's going to sign him? Like, look at the teams above West Ham in the table. Which one of them would take Bowen right now?
Manchester United.
Where will he go? United are not going to make an effort to sign him.
Spurs could take him. Yeah.
Why would you go from West Ham to Spurs? You won't be able to stay at home.
There's options, I'm just they'll rule it out. But anyways,
Bowen's not going anywhere, man. He's a lifer. Bowen. Yeah.
Paqueta absolutely could go somewhere.
Oh, he's going to City.
Just tap him up again.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
But City 4 in a row, guys. 4 in a row, and you know what? It very well looks like it could be 5 next season. I firmly believe that. Yeah, because Pep said he's staying one more season for sure. Yeah.
He has a contract.
Not ready to Klopp. When is Pep leaving?
Yeah. It means he wins. That's what we heard. That's what we know. Okay. Yeah. So Tony, Arsenal boys, they tried their best. They tried hard.
Hey,
great
you know
project
what?
Going on.
2-1 win against Everton.
Yeah.
Even though you let Idrissa Gueye score a free kick, which how
huge deflection though.
Deflected off Rice, but yeah, it was funny. It's a weird game. Like 1 minute into the game,
the atmosphere in the stadium was just so.
1 minute into the game,
it
was
just
buzzing,
out.
And then you just get the news of Foden's goal, and it just felt like everyone had heard that a family member had died, man. Like everyone was just
it turned
so
into a fucking funeral, man.
And I was like, the game was what it was. Like, there's no real point talking about it. Tommy Asu equalizes, nice goal, and then Havertz.
That was a nice finish.
Havertz scored the winner, but it's just it didn't really. I think I was the only one with an Arsenal affiliation who had accepted that it was over. Like it never really dawned on me that for them to get to 89 points after dropping points against Villa, they had to really believe that they could do it. You know what I mean? Like the players I'm talking about. Because I was thinking that the atmosphere will be celebratory and, appreciative of the season. But no, everyone was just so upset at the end. I'm like, why are you guys upset? It's been over for weeks. How is it just dawning on you that it's over? But
It didn't help that they had that pre-match practice trophy celebration. You know what I mean? Just to make sure everyone knows their places if it ever does happen.
yeah, but that
Did
was
you
the
see that?
staff. That wasn't the players. But
were the fans there when that was happening?
of course, the fans weren't there.
That's how they
like
see
it was
that.
a day
They see
before.
that. They're like, oh wait, you know what? It's possible, right?
It's in the script.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Arteta was like his voice was shaking and like he was really crushed. Havertz was in tears.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
entire, like, most of the team was in tears.
Yeah, like
The interesting thing is, like, 89 point over the Guardiola
Nice.
era, basically.
Okay.
The average City points total, I think, has been 91.
yeah,
And that is including an off season where they got like 80 points or something. I think it's been over the last like 6-7 years, whatever it is.
Mhm.
They had an off season where they got 81. I think that's the COVID year.
yeah.
And other than that, even including that, their average has been 91 points. So even getting to 89 points on average was not going to be enough, which is just a terrifying thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. There's a lot of grief for City because of the 115 charges and all that, but I just look at it that we know what it is and we're competing against it. So there's no real point bringing that up in the analysis. Like that's going to take care of themselves. But I didn't feel like City was not attainable. Like surpassing City was not attainable this season. I just think we made too many mistakes at key points. Like not even the Villa
Well,
game, but
you look at you look at not taking win against a 10-man West Ham. You look at, I don't think Arsenal beat Fulham
10-man
home or
West
away
Ham.
this season.
We had a
Or was
West Ham. No, 10-man Fulham. You mean?
You-
10-man Fulham.
sorry, it was 10-man Fulham. I was
Yeah.
looking at the list before, but I don't think Arsenal won home or away against Fulham. Who were
No, that was
Nothing
that
special
for
this
me.
season.
That game was the one at home where they were down to 10 men. We were leading 2-1, and we let them equalize. It always felt like that was going to be consequential at the end. But I mean, you look at the run in December where we were top of the table and we lost points to that period when we couldn't score for whatever reason, and when we drop points to Fulham and West Ham. Like it's you can't really. When Liverpool won the league, what did they do? They blew everyone away. You know what I mean? They blew City away. They were, I think they got like what 98, 90. I don't know how many points they got, but it must have been close to 100. Like 15 points ahead of City. That's kind of how you have to do it.
You have to make sure they're not in title race.
Yeah,
Ever.
exactly.
Yeah.
They don't lose title races. They don't lose run-ins.
Yeah.
They don't make mistakes, and almost everyone else does. So you want to kill the hope, and yeah, that's the aim next season. I still think we can do it. I've been looking at transfers for weeks. I'm like, who are we gonna sign? Like, I've not had any thought about winning this thing. So I'm excited for the summer. Yeah.
Arsenal they did a lot of things. I mean, yeah, you could pinpoint a match. You know what I mean? The Fulham match or this and that.
Yeah.
But you look at everything else, right? They did so well against the other top 6 clubs, right? You had the best record. You beat City once. You tied them once. You did the job against in the big games. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like it's little things.
Yeah.
Where you messed up. And this City team,
You can't.
like, they weren't as good as last year. No, they were not the City team that won even like 2-3 years ago, right? This was the weakest. I would say overall the weakest City team we've seen in a while. Their signings didn't really gel as much as we thought. Right? Injuries played a part. They still win because they can go.
Who did they sign? Oh, Nunez and Kovacic. Because Vardiol has turned up.
And Doku, right? Doku too. I guess Doku came along.
Guardiola also came in this.
sorry.
Yeah, well, I'm saying Vardiol has come good. That's what I mean. But
Yeah.
I do think. I mean, there's no Silva anymore. There's no Gundogan. Like, De Bruyne is getting older. There is an opportunity next season. We'll see. I'm not as disheartened as some people. City are the aim is to surpass City. Surpass City. It's doable. They're getting 8 last season. What they got? 88. How many points did they get last season? 86 points, I think.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I have no memory of exact point totals.
Yeah. So if it was 86 points and this is 91, like it's not 100 points. It's doable. So yeah. But yeah, my message to Gunners: don't be so disheartened. I enjoyed the season.
Very hopeful.
We go again next year. Yeah.
Just hopefully with a better striker, right? A better center forward.
Forwards.
I mean,
I'm not going to kill Havertz. He's been scoring.
You might Havertz a decent center forward already, so you just got to play him there all season instead of wasting time with Jesus up top for half the season.
We do need another striker for sure. We need 2 forwards basically, a striker and we need a winger, left or right, or someone who can do both.
I think you need a deputy for Saka just so you can give him a bit of rest.
Yeah, that's what I mean, left or right. Yeah, someone, a 1v1 madman, basically, because our attack looked like shit yesterday without him. So, yeah.
I guess Trossard couldn't do it for Anne Hathaway.
I mean, Trossard did his best. Funny enough, it's probably his miss that the season hinged on against Villa. When he had that open goal. He tried his best to make up for it, but yeah, didn't work out. Yeah.
Someone who did work out for a little bit on the final day was Jurgen Klopp. He signs off from Liverpool with a win 2-0 against Wolves in a game that I don't think Wolves knew at any point was going on. They had Nelson Semedo sent off like 25 minutes in. He's gotten a head start on his summer. He's like, I think he's been called up to the Portugal squad. He's like, I gotta go rest up for that. Probably.
He's good. I don't know. It's been poor for a while.
I'm not sure he's gonna start for them, but in the squad.
So he needs to take lessons from Reece James. You get yourself booked so that you miss the end of this season and the start of next season. You really extend that summer. Yeah, that's how you do it.
I'm just saying, Reece James is a work from home king, man. This guy loves it. This guy loves working from home, and who can blame him?
He knows the system. Yeah.
But on to Liverpool. Kloppo signs off. He's gone. Seen him off. Gotten rid. Anfield was crying. Klopp was crying. Van Dijk was crying. They were all crying.
He was singing Arne's. He started an Arne Slot's chant at the end. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I saw the headline. I was like, I'm not clicking this. I don't need to hear this.
Klopp is really good with just public speaking.
Yeah, he's good at speaking.
He's a fantastic motivator.
Yeah.
And like the biggest compliment I can pay to him is that I am very glad to see him go.
Yeah.
I'll miss him for sure. He's definitely a character. I don't think the Premier League refs and anyone on the sideline's going to miss his anger at all. I think they'll be rid of him.
I don't think so. I think they like him.
You think they like him?
I think for him to shout at them as much as he does and get away with it, I think they have to like him. I'm pretty sure
they gotta like him.
Yeah.
I guess it's entertaining in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm gonna miss the guy. I saw a picture of him when he first got there in 2015, and now, yeah, he's changed. I mean, of course, you get older.
It's 9 years.
Management is stressful,
but,
man.
Yeah,
that too.
It took a toll. Yeah, it took a toll for sure. And he said like, this could be a long break. This could be it. Is what he was saying in the end, but I don't believe it. I think he's gonna miss the game too much.
Question for you guys: is Klopp a Premier League legend?
He's a Liverpool. You know what?
Is he?
There's not been that many managers who have won the Premier League.
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Yeah, there've been a good, decent number of managers that won the Premier League. At least 10, no? Yeah. So yes.
Not a lot in,
so you win the Premier League.
I would say.
If you win the Premier League, are you a legend? Is that what we're saying?
If as a manager, I would say probably yes.
So Antonio Conte is a Premier League legend. Okay.
Fuck it. Yeah, no. Conte was entertaining. Yeah, fuck it. Give it to him.
I think my case for the Liverpool team would be. I don't.
There is some context.
He's a legendary
where,
coach, but like.
There is some context to his like Premier League runs where he's getting like 95, 97 points.
I could not care less. I'm sorry.
Okay. Sure, context doesn't matter to you.
No, it's not that it doesn't matter. It's like the bar has been set. It does okay. If he got 77 points or he got 99 points, he still came second. You know what I mean? Like you can't. It's difficult to compare.
Would you say Klopp finishing second is akin to Solskjaer finishing second? Because Solskjaer finished second, but he was a distant second.
He never won. So like at the
no, but would you rate like Klopp's 97-point season where he finished second the same as Solskjaer's? Like
it's not about them. It's not about the points total with Solskjaer. It's about the fact that he didn't even compete.
No, but that's the context that I'm talking about.
The context
I'm talking
is
about
that
the context
he competed.
of some of Klopp's like second place seasons were of such high quality. Sure, you finished second, but there is context to that. Which is why I'm comfortable saying that, yeah, he is a Premier League legend.
I mean, listen, I'm happy with him being, like, being considered a Premier League legend. I just look at his legacy, and I always felt with Klopp he should have won more. That's my thing with him. He should have won a lot more for me. Yeah. Like, there were some second-place finishes in there that I look at, I'm like, he should have won this season. With the squad that he had, I don't know. It just felt like at times he wasn't able to get over the line.
With Liverpool, right?
One.
Did he get two or just one? One. Okay.
He lost.
He is a footballing. The thing with me with Klopp is he is absolutely a footballing legend. Like no doubts. I'm just looking at this Premier League legacy alone, and I'm like, I don't know. He was a good competitor, but I just feel like 9 years and one league title is a bit,
Yeah,
like,
I get what you're
if
saying.
Arteta wins, let's say Arteta wins the Premier League next season and then doesn't win it for another 4 or 5 years, I'm not going to call Arteta a Premier League legend either.
No, definitely not.
So
no, that's fair. I can see that argument on the Premier League front.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you ignore, the European success, and then you ignore, that he created like a really good team at one point at its height was amazing team, right? The way they pressed, the way they challenged, and you just look at what he won. It's one Premier League. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, you can't compare that to Alex. You can't compare that to Wenger. You can't compare that to Pep. You can't compare that to Mourinho. Right? Mm-hmm. What other managers are you thinking?
Like those are the guys for me who are Premier League legends.
Are there any others that?
That's fair. If the bar, if like the basic bar is like starting almost with Mourinho.
Yeah.
How many did Wenger win? 4? 3, 4?
He won 3. I think Mourinho won 3 or 4.
Mourinho won 3.
2
in his first spell at Chelsea, 1 in his second spell.
And then Fergie won 13. I don't know how many.
13.
Yeah. So, that's a bit of a madness. Like Ranieri is special. He's different.
Ranieri is. That's different.
Yeah.
That's just you look at Leicester. And,
okay.
Yeah, you know what? I do see your point. I do see your point on it from like just a Premier League standpoint.
Yeah.
Where Klopp probably comes more in the sort of like just under that bubble with like Conte and Dalglish, I guess.
Yeah. In wider context, you look at what he did at Dortmund.
Wider context, absolutely.
He's phenomenal achievements, but I just Liverpool. Premier League is what I was looking at. But anyway,
he'll be back. He'll be back in football. He can't stay for too long.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Not the Premier League, but he'll be back in football. Yeah. You don't leave the game after loving it that much.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me, shall we move on to our respective teams that both ended up signing off the season with wins?
I'll say this. I don't care about goal differential. We are side by side, hand in hand. Forget what Newcastle there.
Newcastle just trying to get in between us.
Yeah,
trying to keep us apart.
They can't do that. No.
Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1. The highlight of this game is Moises Caicedo getting his first goal from the club from inside his own half, chipping the goal.
No. He was not inside his own half. He was not inside his own half. No.
I'm pretty sure he picked up the ball inside his own half.
He may have, but the shot was
from the center circle.
Oh, I thought you said he scored from inside his own half. Okay.
I'm going to give him 65 yards on the shot.
Okay.
It's a complete
guess.
It is
not a
Beckham.
End. That's all I was saying. But really nice goal.
It's still nice.
Tommy, are you watching now?
No.
Really?
I haven't changed.
Okay.
I think Chelsea have
been really good
to end the
but
season, man.
Here's the thing with Pochettino, right?
Yeah.
This run is literally saved his job. Like, he's sticking around. They're not going to get rid of him.
I'm hearing a lot of talk that he's going to be sacked, Like, I'm hearing
I'm not hearing any of that. Really?
Still?
I'm hearing a lot of talk that he's going to be sacked. It's crazy.
See, it wouldn't surprise me because our defense is still terrible. He hasn't figured that out. All right, and he's had.
There's nothing to figure out. You have bad defenders.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like there's that, but I don't know. The run-in has come at a time where like we just had games where, you know, we should have won these games anyways. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a tough run-in fixture list at the season. We had a lot of teams that were checked out too. Sure, we haven't lost a game in like 15. It's a great run. But I just, from what I've seen,
you lost one
season.
You lost one.
We lost one to Arsenal. Yeah,
yes.
I remember,
okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
the whole picture of the whole season. Right. The first half of the season was embarrassing. Right?
It was embarrassing
more than we won.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we lost these in the final to Klopp's kids. You know what I mean? Like Carabao Cup. Like we were embarrassing.
I forgot that you lost the Carabao Cup final to a bunch of A-level students.
Yeah, exactly right. So, for me, the players seem to back the guy. Like, you see Palmer coming out, yeah, we love the coach, we want to play for him and all this stuff. And I think that's going to be enough to convince management to keep him around. But, like, I just don't see Pochettino as, like, a winner long-term. I don't see him.
You know what I'm learning about this? I think there's nothing Poch can do to win the fans over then. Like... Because
too much Spurs on him.
Yeah, I think so. Because I actually think your end of the season has been pretty positive. I think he's found a starting 11.
I think the running has been good.
Yeah, like I know.
I would just say I will gladly swap places.
Yeah.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't go to either spot.
Yeah.
But no, just like for me, like I'm looking at a long term. Like I want Chelsea to be competing with City and Arsenal.
Yeah.
I just don't see Pochettino at the helm being the guy that's going to compete with those.
The only thing I would say in his defense is, for a long time, I've not known what Chelsea's starting 11 is. I think I have a pretty good idea of 9 out of 11 of those players now. You know? Like, there's a bit of clarity there, which is a good thing and something to build on. Do you want to change your manager and then start again, trying to build something all over again? That's the only issue. You know?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, especially when you don't really have a huge, talent pool of managers to choose from right now.
I think there are a lot of managers, but we just don't know if they're still good.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's the problem. Allegri's available. Like,
hey, if you tell me if you still got Mourinho's number, give him.
Mourinho's available, and he will take that job.
I'd love to see him back in the Prem, just as long as it's not with United.
Mourinho and Allegri, very defensive coaches, and
Mourinho cannot handle that Chelsea squad. He will kill them.
It'd be no chance.
He
would lose his mind within 3 minutes of walking in that dressing room.
Can you imagine Jackson's misses with Mourinho on the? Oh my god!
Allegri would strip naked. Seeing those misses, man, you kidding me?
Yeah.
He'd be out. No, I don't know. But
tell you what, fuck it, sign Allegri. just to see the show on the sidelines.
The guy's crazy, man. Anyways, yeah, but Anyways, I like end of the season is a good end of the season. We finished 6th. We're getting Europa League, most likely.
I think you'll be in the Champions League next 2 seasons from now. I think you'll finish in top 4 next season if you keep Poch. I don't think Poch is a serial loser, so I don't know if you'll ever win. But I do think
he's proven with young teams, right? With young players that he can get them to.
They like him, so
and they like him. It's true. Yeah.
Anyway.
You seem very upset by that.
True.
Brighton 0, Brighton 0, Man United 2. United sign off the season with the win that keeps them 8th. We finish with -1 goal difference.
17
about the
shots.
Same amount of goals scored as Crystal
only 17
Palace.
shots.
Yeah, kept them under 20. Them under 20.
You've been improving on that front. You saw the stat I showed you. I put in the group chat yesterday. Oh yeah, you responded to it.
I responded to it. Come on now.
Christ.
I'm always there. The best thing I can say about this season is that I did not go hiding.
What was
I
it?
stayed
United,
in every group chat.
I think United were in the top 5 worst defenses for shots conceded ever in Premier League history.
It was top 5 or top 7 or something.
There was a list of 7. Yeah.
Clubs had been
relegated. Wow.
You'll never sing that.
Ten Hag. That's goes on his resume. I had a team that faced this many shots and did not get relegated. That's a win.
It's the
right?
most. I do not like him, man. Like Ten Hag, there's just no savable. There's no quality that's like endearing about him. Don't like the guy at all. It's weird because I like his Ajax teams, but fuck me, he's such an underwhelming guy.
Maybe replace him with De Zerbi, because De Zerbi is leaving Brighton.
You know what? Not a bad shout, except your players are shit. But yeah, other than that,
there's a lot of work that needs to be done on the squad, regardless of who's in charge next season.
Yeah.
But
it seemed like the reason why he left maybe it was because obviously they lost McAllister Caicedo, and he wanted to probably get more experienced players in, but like the Brighton method is getting these potential players, right? Getting these younger guys, building them up, sort of thing.
didn't match his ambition.
Like, it didn't match his ambition. I feel like he's going to want to go to a club that's going to match his ambition, which United would spend, right?
De Zerbi cannot go to United. It will not work. It will not work. They need a cleaner to go in there. Someone who has no ambition of his own, just wants to go there and do a culture reset. De Zerbi doesn't have time for that. Like, he wants to win now. He wants to go somewhere and prove he can win. So United don't need that. Not at this time. Yeah.
I mean, De Zerbi's apparently already said no to Bayern.
I did too.
Same mess.
Yeah.
So did
Bayern
I.
reached out to you? I assume they've DM'd me while we're recording this. So
send it to the pod email. Yeah.
Yeah.
They tried to bring. Hey Tuchel, we're sorry. Can we have you come back? And Tuchel's probably like, give me some assurances. No, sorry, I can't.
Strong with Bayern and Barca, man. You see what Barca did to Xavi as well. Like, strong with these guys.
Are they sacking him?
Basically, Xavi, he's told the truth to the fans. He's like, listen, this is not the Barca of 15 years ago. You know, like, we don't have money to spend. We can't have the same level of expectations. And I think he said something about, like, there are issues at board level that, that we're having to contend with. And now they want to sack him for voicing his opinion.
After he was going to quit, they convinced him to stay. He's like, all right, I'll stay on. Yeah. Now they might just sack him.
I think they sent him a message like, you've been fired, and he's just ignored it, and he's planning for the season. Like, that's
but
what I...
This is bad on them, because if he resigns, right, they don't have to pay him anything, right?
Oh, listen, they are idiots. If he resigns,
pay him like his fee.
That is a club that needs to be relegated. Barcelona. They need a reset. Honestly, we're not doing a European part, but I had to. I don't know what's going on.
Relevant.
Yeah.
Not sad.
Let's move on through the rest of the games real quick. Spurs beat Sheffield United 3-0, and now I know Tony's been waiting to put the boot on Spurs ever since midweek, so take it away.
Yeah,
I'm just going to relax.
I mean, is there anyone that respects Spurs at this point? Like, they don't even respect themselves. Aston Villa lost 5-0, by the way, to Crystal Palace. I think there was no way Aston Villa were going to beat Crystal Palace, alcohol-induced or not alcohol-induced. Like, honestly, the form that they're in. And yet you have Spurs who are just throwing away all their ambitions so that Arsenal might not win something. I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, we had Mourinho. What did he say? Was it? No, it wasn't. That was Chiellini.
That was Chiellini.
I mean, he was ahead of his time. He was the first. And then we had Mourinho talking about heritage. We had Antonio Conte. What did he say? That Spurs, how many good managers? Like, how many good managers have they had? 1-0. Like, Spurs story is this. Yeah, that was his famous line. Spurs story is this. Never win anything, never compete for anything good. And now you have Ange. Yeah, he looks like he's done already. Like, they broke him. He was fuming at everybody.
Was so mad.
The staff, the players, the fans. Like,
honestly,
yeah.
If your staff is making jokes for a game that we should put out like the academy kids, as a manager, I'd be fucking furious too. You're like, these are our jobs on the line.
The Son miss. I'm sorry. Like, any other context, he scores that goal.
Yeah.
The net was open. Ortega was done. Like, I'm so glad I didn't see it in real time because I would have lost my shit. Like, I wasn't watching because it's Spurs. Why would you? Like, but it just shows the mentality of the club where they created an environment where it was okay to lose. Like, yeah, they were there just, oh, please, Haaland, score. Oh, please, there you go. Here you go, Haaland, score. Yeah, KDB, oh, there you go. You had Romero, tough guy Romero, pulling out of challenges. Yeah, wow. Yeah. Spurs, wow. If you support Spurs, I'm sorry. Like, and I know some really nice people who do, but what the hell are you doing? Like, what the hell are you... Why? Why would you support them? For what? What do you gain?
How do they get into it? That's
142 years of existence, I think. They've won 2 league titles. One every 71 years. That is the story of Spurs. They've only won the...
When was the last one?
60s.
Like the 60s?
60s. Yeah.
So
all
I'm
the
just
people
saying,
I know that support Spurs, they weren't born.
If you support Spurs, hang on. In about 10 years, your time is coming.
Maybe.
You'll get your one.
Maybe. But the thing is, they've only won the title in 1 decade. So that may be it. They may never win the title again.
Oh, they won both of them in the 60s,
yeah.
did they?
Yeah. That might be it. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'd feel sorry for them, but I don't have an ounce of that in me to...
No, fuck them. Fuck Spurs, man.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
such
with
a shit football
I'm with
club.
you there.
And with a
I
toilet
have no
bowl for a
hatred for
stadium.
Spurs.
Of
I
course
just
you
feel
don't.
bad for you.
Yeah.
So.
No respect for Spurs. No one has hatred for Spurs.
Hey.
Yeah. Just
you have plenty of hatred for
No,
Spurs. Calm down
I hate
now.
Chelsea. I hate Chelsea. Spurs, disgusting club. Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
Congrats on finishing 5th and securing Europa League.
Yeah.
Spurs.
Well done. Great achievement. Yeah.
Let's move on. Luton 2.
They did a
4.
guard of honor, by the way, after beating Sheffield United in the last minute back in September. You didn't see it? They celebrated like they won the title. You didn't see it. When they were pushing Richarlison to the fans. You didn't see it. Oh, go and look at it. It's amazing. Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
We've moved on. Let go of your hatred, Tony. Season's done. Luton 2, Fulham 4. Luton officially relegated.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
Enough. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. To Luton.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a cup, but I'm not toasting to those guys.
You don't. Cheers.
Yeah.
We hope you don't come up next season.
Really?
I do hope Luton
No,
come
you
up.
don't. What did they contribute?
It's fun.
They weren't fun. They lost every game. They weren't fun.
Yeah,
Every
they have a
chance
fun
they
ground.
had, they couldn't take. Yeah.
Did Chelsea beat Luton? Even Chelsea beat Luton.
We beat them. We beat them.
They didn't beat Sheffield United and Burnley.
We couldn't do Burnley.
You
or
couldn't beat
Sheffield.
Sheffield United
Or
both
Burnley,
times, though.
yeah.
That's what they couldn't
We
do.
Luton. But speaking of relegation teams, next Sunday,
Playoff final.
playoffs, Southampton and Leeds.
Those are
And
Premier
it's
League
gonna be
clubs.
One of them is going to be Premier League club next season.
One of those
It's
clubs
great
is
match.
financially screwed after
If
next
they don't.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't.
It's so sad. They're going to have to get rid of like 10 to 15 players. It's nuts. Because the
it's gonna be a
parachute.
crazy game. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a crazy game.
You only get protected for
Yeah,
1 year.
playoff final is always fun. I believe available on DAZN in Canada, if I'm not wrong,
Yeah.
and also available wherever you get your illicit fights.
Yeah. Most expensive game in
I
history.
got nothing else to say about this game. I mean, good for Fulham for winning one. Flying kites, paid off in the end.
Nice goals by Wilson. All right, Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does love a shot from outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 2.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about all of them together. Yeah.
Oh, I
No,
was.
I mean, yeah.
Burnley, dust. Fucking dust, man. The moment you spend 20 million on a young goalie who doesn't play well as a newly promoted team, dust.
Yep.
They're going back down. It looks like they're sticking with Company in the hopes that he can bring them back up again and hopefully not be as stupid in the Premier League.
They should bring him. They should keep him so he brings them back up and then get rid of him. That's what they should do. Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe, sign a few players who don't keep shooting yourself in the foot.
He was the one that drove that agenda. So, former City players. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have Brentford losing 2-4 against Newcastle, securing Newcastle Conference League football for next season.
Is that secure?
I don't have much to say.
I don't think that's secure.
Well, it depends on if United win the
So,
FA Cup
yeah,
final.
it's
So it
secure.
feels pretty secure.
Yeah.
Feels pretty secure. I can't believe I've gone through this entire season and I'm not done with Man United. I still have to watch
That's
one more
wild,
game.
One more game next week. That's
One
wild.
more fucking game. And last game was Palace beating Villa 5-0. Jean-Philippe Mateta
Oof.
they got himself a hat trick in this one. I mean,
All of a
I know
sudden, yeah.
it's not likely to happen because there's a lot of chatter, especially around Olise leaving this summer. But give me a season of Eze, Olise, Mateta up top together, and that could be fun.
We did. I
That'd be
mean, to
really
be fair,
fun.
we did have a
We've
season.
had that, haven't we?
Eze and Olise were hurt for half the season.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think
They've been great
Yeah.
under Glasner.
they do look great on the last one. This is the first time a Crystal Palace player scored a hat trick at Selhurst Park.
I heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems very
At least in the
That's
Premier League.
astonishing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
in the Premier
Like,
League. In the
yeah.
Premier League, yeah.
It's
Very
nuts. But
You. I mean, everyone expects Elise and Eze to be sold. Someone's gonna buy them.
One of them.
That's what everyone expects.
I think
Olise seems the more likely.
the thing is, they
So,
both have release clauses. So
Yeah.
if you want them, you can get them. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I won't be surprised if someone buys Mateta, you know. Like,
Yeah.
there are not a lot of really good nines out there. And he's got a lot of qualities. So,
Yeah. I heard the potential. Obviously, remember that if Osimhen goes, then maybe Mateta goes to Napoli as a replacement, which could make sense.
Yeah.
But
That's interesting.
he's got a big reputation in France. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
On the flip side, Aston Villa probably still drunk from their celebrations.
Not
I
a
don't know
good
if you
look.
saw any videos of
I did.
John McGinn floating out there. Oh, wonderful, wonderful stuff.
don't
Villa
think
have
that's
secured
right.
Champions League football.
I don't
for
think
next
that's right,
season.
though. Like, for you to... They started the season, with a 5-0 defeat? Ended on a 5-0 defeat. Like, you got to maintain
And
standards.
in the middle, they secured
I
Champions
know,
League football.
but, like, surely you have to maintain standards. You can't be accepting 5-0 defeats, like, on a regular. I don't know. I don't think it's a good look, but...
I get that. You know what I love though? That they held their party during the Spurs City match, knowing Spurs were going
Yeah.
to lose and they were going to.
They were watching it. Watching along.
There was,
yeah.
there was
Already
one man
drunk.
who was upset
They
during
already-
it, and that was Ollie Watkins, boyhood Arsenal.
Yeah,
I
I
saw
saw
that.
that. Yeah. Poor guy. Get him out of there. But I don't want Ollie Watkins. Yeah. Lovely guy, but no. We need something else. Yeah.
20 goals. He had 20 goals this season, right? Yeah, not bad.
Nice. Yeah, could go score 20 goals for someone else. Yeah.
So 20 goals, none of them penalties. So
Awesome.
I
even
think
more
people
impressive.
are not talking enough about how well Watkins played this season.
And 10
but,
assists
uh,
too, I think, on top of that.
He was the assist
Something
leader,
like
wasn't
that.
he? I think
He might have been.
I think he was.
He was
got
up
the
there.
playmaker
He was
award.
up there.
It's just-
Oh, was it?
Palmer
Okay.
might have been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one thing that we did do at the start of the season was we made a whole bunch of predictions.
No, it was Ollie Watkins.
I know you boys.
Ollie Watkins.
It was Watkins?
It was
Yeah,
Ollie
Palmer's
Watkins.
not
Okay.
even in the top 5. But, okay.
I'm surprised
Gentlemen,
by that. Okay.
How,
Yes,
how
is it-
well do you guys think you did on your preseason predictions?
I
Because
thought-
I have them here in front of me.
I think I did pretty darn good.
Wow.
Although I chose
Well,
Arsenal.
I
No,
was
did
like,
terrible.
where's
I
that
did terrible,
confidence coming
sorry.
from?
Yeah.
Let's start from the top then.
Did not get that
do you
right.
remember, Tommy, what you said about the Premier League title?
Arsenal. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I
So
did.
did Tony.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Alas. Maybe next year. I predicted City because you don't bet against Pep. Top 4. Tommy, do you remember who you said was finishing second?
Surely not.
Not City, eh? I think I was gonna have a
No.
drop. I had
Yeah.
Liverpool. Liverpool second.
No.
Oh,
You
I
have
think
Man
you
United
had-
finishing
exactly,
second, Tommy.
yeah. That's why I said surely
You
not.
had City
It's just-
third,
Oh,
Liverpool
Send me
fourth.
home. Send me home, guys.
Send him
That's
home.
Terrible. That's
Like,
terrible.
We all had the same teams finishing in the top four. Both Tony and I had United third, Liverpool fourth.
Okay, I don't feel as bad
we
anymore.
obviously, Tony, you had City second. I had Arsenal second.
Why?
We-
We all had United.
Brother,
Why?
before.
Why did I have United?
What was in our?
I
what was in
remember-
our brains.
I know.
We didn't do well here, boys. We did not do well here.
That's
Um,
bad, man. That's
and
bad.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
it gets the relegation is not great either. Tommy, you and I both called Sheffield United and Luton going down.
Fair.
Tony, you also called Sheffield United going down. So
Fair.
well done to
I
all
think
of
that
us.
was pretty obvious from day one.
All three of us had Wolves going down.
Understandable, to be fair. Yeah.
Which, I will say, in context to how Wolves started the season, because you remember they had Lopetegui at the start of the season. Their summer was awful. They had sold Neves.
Yeah.
There was a lot of turmoil there. Tony, you also had Bournemouth going down.
Yeah.
That was swing and a miss.
Yeah. It surprised me. Yeah.
Yeah, Uraola I think he got nominated for manager of the season. Like, he was never going to win it, but, like,
Yeah.
get to get in there. Golden Boot. We all got this one correct.
Obviously.
Holland
Yeah,
across
yeah.
the board.
was
That one was easy.
Yeah.
I will say, player of the season, I picked Holland. Definitely not. Tommy, you picked Saka. Not a bad shout, but I don't think so.
No.
Tony, you probably had the best shout amongst the three of us. You went for Odegaard.
Okay.
Of the three players that we picked, I would say he is probably
Yeah.
had the best season. Despite, like, Holland winning Golden Boot and then just, even, like, in the game against West Ham, he just seemed off it. Probably saving all his goals for that cup final. Best signing, Tommy,
Oh.
Declan Rice. Good shout.
Oh,
good
I
shout.
thought I had Mason out for a second.
So I went back and listened, and you did talk about Mason Mount for a while at this point,
Okay.
but ended up picking Rice
Thank
instead. So
God.
you have saved yourself.
Thank God.
Tony, you had Kai Havertz. It was a solid.
I'm
shout.
happy with that. That was a defiant
Um,
pick by myself, and I think I've been proven somewhat right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have.
My shout was not a good one. I picked Andre Onana.
Oh.
So it is not been good.
There is too much Man United in our talk.
Yeah.
There's too much
there-
Man United.
what was
We,
going
we,
through
we
it?
will learn our lesson for next season.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Worst signings. Tommy,
I must have picked
your
Mount.
pick picked it. No, you did not.
Oh my God.
Your pick is a surprising one.
Oh yes, I remember. I changed it last minute to McAllister. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Tommy,
Mm.
your pick worked out in
It
a
was
weird
the
way.
gambler,
It was
right?
Sandro Tonali.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you pick Tonali?
I thought he would just flop being away from Italy.
Really? He was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
He was
but-
really good until he got
but in the
suspended
end,
for gambling.
He was a flop because he couldn't play. Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
Mine was Christopher Nkunku, who was just.
That's a
injured
fresh
the
shot.
entire
No, that's a
season.
fresh shot.
That,
That is a
Yeah,
fresh
that
shot.
works.
Yeah,
You get it.
I think
It
you win
worked
this
out.
one.
I went back and listened to this, and I made this pick, and like a day later, he hurt his knee for the season. And I did remember feeling quite bad about it. Tony, as we discussed, you had Alexis McAllister.
I remember now. Last minute, I changed my mind. Yeah.
Should've
Who was it
stuck
gonna
with
be
your
before?
guns.
Mason
It
Mount.
was going to be Mount,
No,
which
yeah.
would have been a great shout.
would have been
Yeah.
probably the winner. Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
First manager sacked. Tommy, live on the pod, you Googled who is Sheffield United's manager, and I respect you immensely for that. It was Paul Heckingbottom, and your exact quote from this, look at this guy, his name is Heckingbottom, how could he not be? He did get sacked, but he was
Just
not
not-
the
yeah,
first
not first.
manager sacked. Tony, you and I were more plugged into the news that week and both went for Jurgen Lopetegui at Wolves, who ended up leaving before the season even started.
Yep.
So I'll give us the win on that.
Yep.
But, yeah. What have we learned? Don't pick Man
Don't
United.
pick United. I'm so disappointed in
No,
This was
myself.
going
Stop,
through
yeah.
all of our minds.
All of this,
perhaps
all of us.
Yeah.
United in the
All
top
of
four.
us.
I remember thinking United were gonna have a very poor season, so I don't understand why I mentally
Yeah,
switched.
well, you put them in the same spot that I did.
Yeah.
Tommy thought that Tommy put us in second.
Yeah, because you had signed Mason Mount.
Yeah, but I thought Mason Mount was gonna be a flop, so I don't understand why.
But I
then-
didn't. I didn't though. That was the thing. That's probably why I rated this high. I thought City was gonna have a drop from their treble season and kind of fall back a little bit,
Yeah.
and that Arsenal would, with their signings, would propel themselves to first. I don't know what second place United. Oh my god, that's so bad.
Yeah.
It's
Stayed
pretty
on- that's
bad.
stayed on us, man. Yeah. But hey, that's funny.
Well-
that's funny how bad we were.
We, I think like our Tony's relegation picks are the standouts for me. Like picking Bournemouth and Wolves to get relegated. I mean, we all had Wolves, but picking Bournemouth to get relegated was
Yeah.
didn't work out.
I'd probably pick them to be relegated again next season. They're always a contender.
You will keep going until Bournemouth eventually do
It's
get
gonna
relegated.
happen. We all know it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
so
it will happen. Yeah.
yeah. This is one of those
For
clubs.
more terrible predictions, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at 442. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. Congrats to City on
Fuck them.
your 115 charges.
It's got to be more
fuck them.
at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be back next week because fucking FA Cup final, Championship playoff final.
Oh, congrats
No
to Emma
rest.
Hayes on a victorious
Oh,
send
signing off with the title win.
Yeah. Yeah. Blackstenius did you guys a solid, Tommy. Yeah, could have been an all-round.
Title.
Yeah. She beat Man City for you guys. So, yeah. I think that's 5 in a row for Emma Hayes, isn't it?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Farmers League.
Sounds okay.
Yeah.
All right, as always, thank you for joining me, Tommy.
Cheers, guys. Enjoyed it.
And thank you for joining me, Tony.
Enjoy the chat as always, boys.
Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.